first day working on the new project. As I said in the other video, it has cooling system issues. I told my son I'm expecting the worst, like it needs a head gasket or there's a crack in the head or the block, and then anything else that's not that bad will seem like a win. So right now we have the coolant system pumped up to 17 and we're going to let it sit and see if we can find any leaks or, you know, a massive drop in pressure. All right, Junior's checking for leaks. We're going to scour every inch of this engine bay. It'd be cool if it was just some dumb leaking hose or cracked thermostat housing or something like that. So the symptoms are runs fine, doesn't overheat, no steam out the exhaust, no water in the oil, but coolant is disappearing, and then if it gets low enough, then the temperature starts to climb. So not immediate head gasket symptoms. It runs perfectly fine otherwise, and as long as you keep the coolant topped off, it doesn't overheat. But that's obviously not a long-term solution, so we have to find out where the coolant is going. The previous owner said he had to top it off once a week or it would start running hot. So it could even be, and so I'm kind of hoping, if it's just like a clogged radiator or a bad cap and that's causing like air or restrictions and then pushing it into the overflow bottle or something, that would be cool. But we'll see what this tester tells us, and maybe we'll find a leak. All right, we found the problem. Can you see that drip? So that's where our coolant issue is going. So we got a little drip coming down on cylinder 2. So we got a little bit of a head gasket problem.
Oh boy.
Makes sense now, because 3 of the bolts are really loose. But
Alright, here's your update. News we were hoping to avoid, but it indeed was a head gasket failure. And that's not even the worst part. Cylinders look good, pistons look good. So you can see big failure here, and looks like a little bit starting there. I only saw water in this cylinder, and you can see the steam cleaned section of the piston right there. But the worst part is these 3 head bolts had thread failure. This one was the very worst, and this one also. So that's definitely what led to the head lifting right there. I guess these blocks have a common issue of pulling the head, or pulling the threads and lifting the head. The other 7, 8, this one just felt weird, but the threads came out clean. So this was definitely the worst one, and that one felt pretty funky as well. So I'm gonna inspect the head now. We have to decide if we wanna do a time cert, find another engine, or just sell it as is and try something else. So let's go take a look at the head. Little update, we're still working. This is the 8th hole out of 10 using the Huhn Solution kit. And Saul's tapping. We only have 2 more after this and we are ready to be done. Yes. We got it down to about 20 minutes, 25 minutes per hole, and just praying these taps don't break. Here, pull your wrench off at once. So by the time we're done, the top of this tap is buried to a 1/4 inch above the deck, so it's kind of scary. And then we have a finish tap to go through, but very messy, very laborious, slow job. Get back to work. All right, this is it. We are on hole number 10. My palm is completely trashed from this ratchet, and I'm so sick of doing this. This has not been fun. What do you think, Saul?
Yeah, I'm ready for it to be over.
And I'm just praying this tap doesn't break off in the last hole, because then I'm going to push this off a cliff and buy you a Subaru. No, not a Subaru, because then we'll be doing head gaskets every year. At least with Toyota, hopefully this is the last head gasket it needs. But we know the bolts aren't going to pull out of the block now because I got 11 stainless steel inserts way down in the block. So hopefully we did it right. All right, check back in when we put the final insert in. All right, we're finally there. I'm taking the tap out for the last time. I lied, running it back in one more time. Don't worry, I didn't use the impact gun to tap it. I'm just saving time from 50,000 threads going in there. So this is the 10th hole. Oh, clean this out a little bit. Right, okay. This is the 10th and final hole. We are officially done with the Huhn Solution system. Actually, we're done drilling and tapping. I forgot we still gotta put the insert in. This feels like it will never end, but at least that was the hard part. So we'll prep the hole and then we'll be done. So stand by. So we're calling this the mayonnaise because we're down to the bottle where you gotta be like the Subway girl. Whack the mayonnaise. And then we reach down in, put 2 good drops part way down. And a bead on half of the top portion. Make sure everything's clean. If anything bad happens on this one, I quit. All right. Now we gotta do the, as per the instructions. I don't even have to look at them now. I've done this enough now. I just know. I can do it by feel. So these get seated to 1.5 inches below the deck surface with the red Loctite. They give you this cool little T-wrench. It's a lot of threads. The inserts are 1.5 inches long. The outside is 5/8 coarse thread, and the inside is the 11 mil by 1.5 for the head bolts. It reuses the factory head bolts. And I have a little cheater mark on my T-wrench to get me close. And then we confirm the depth with the included little depth gauge, shooting for 1.5 inches. Was it this one? It's all starting to blur together now. We need one more half a turn. Nailed it. Now we're done. I lied again. We weren't done. I have to put the last dowel in, and Saul was kind enough to remind me that we weren't quite done. But we're close. Now we're done.